Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Awkward and Doing It Wrong podcast, episode 15?
Probably?
Please?
Maybe?
Anyway, Travis, Flame Wheel,
That's me!
Nickole.
Hey.
She almost didn't make it. She's feeling weird.
She almost didn't make it.
She almost didn't make it in general. It has nothing to do with the world, though. It's drunken stupor.
It was like The Exorcist in my house.
Oh, no!
Did your head turn all the way around?
It felt like it.
Yeah.
Listen, I threw up in my living room on the
Oh,
floor
no.
next to the couch, okay?
Oh, no. You know how hard that is to clean?
Yeah, especially when you're drunk.
Oh, no!
You just
And
look
I'm pretty...
Go ahead.
No, go. You go
I was just
ahead.
saying you just look at your cats and be like, I got dinner.
Oh, that's...
Oh, gross.
See, if I
no.
had a dog, that would be different. I'd be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck back?" But my cats are like, that's fucking gross.
Yeah, well, you know, they throw up too.
Mine doesn't.
I
Yeah.
do sometimes.
I didn't say it was a constant spew of vomit out of their mouth. It just happens.
Well, yeah, I threw up a lot. It was a lot.
And I'd hope nobody would like cats if all they do is walk around and throw up everywhere.
That would be very, Yeah, no. That would not be appealing.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this anyway. But I'd be like, yeah, I'm going with the dog.
We were gonna go with the dog regardless.
That's what I said.
Uh,
I'm a dog person. It happens. I don't have anything. I'm like, nothing.
oh, sad face. That's so sad.
It is sad. And Nicole's yawning. She's not really sad about it.
No. I'm tired. I didn't get any sleep. I told you.
Well,
You need to get an animal. Animals make you happy.
I know this, but I want an inside animal and other people don't.
Hmm.
So I have to wait till I get my own place because I am not having another outside animal. It's bullshit. And I hate it.
Oh, sad.
You can't give them any love at night.
My cats bring me so much happiness.
See? And you were drunk off your ass. And you're still happy because your cats are there.
Because my cats are here and they make me happy.
Happy. Anyway, Flame Wheel,
What?
you're up.
Oh, I'm up? We're gonna discuss the topic you didn't want to discuss.
Discuss it.
So,
Ignorance is
We'll
bliss.
start-
Let's go.
I know, right? I'd rather be ignorant. Why do I spend so much time just reading the news? I fucking hate myself.
Yeah, oh, I know
This
the
is
news.
why I don't want
Why am I always angry?
Why am I angrier? We all have our issues.
Are you angrier than me though?
Have you seen me play Kingdom Hearts?
Fuck that game.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll start with your home state. Motherfuckers, as of 9 p.m.
Fresh
shutting down
news.
all the fucking, shutting down every bar and restaurant in the state of Ohio.
For sit down.
But takeout's
Forever?
okay.
Takeout's okay.
But takeout's okay.
Hmm.
So you can get it delivered, you just can't go in?
Correct.
Yeah, you can't just go
Okay.
sit down in a restaurant.
Social distancing doesn't fucking matter for the people that are delivering.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have done that here. That would help me out a lot.
I think they did it in California too. So give
It's
it time.
coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. Depends on how many more cases you get.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It boils down to that.
Anyways, Travis
They
doesn't go anywhere anyways.
My job literally requires me.
Okay, besides your job.
Yes, you're right. Like if they quarantined us to our house for like a month, I'd be like, well, doesn't stop me from doing shit unless my internet goes down.
Yeah.
So
Oof, could you imagine being stuck at home with no internet though? Like
23,
it'd be like 1993 all over again.
23 years of my life.
Ugh.
Yeah, I grew up with no internet.
But
My
I'm
whole adult life I've had internet.
but I'm
I don't know.
spoiled by
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah, your internet finally works.
But no, I
Shit.
mean in general, like even when it wasn't working the best, like it's better than having no internet.
Yeah, right.
See, if the internet went down, I could still find stuff to do to entertain my time. I like to read, I can paint,
That's true,
stuff
that's
like
true.
that. So
True.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be bored out of my mind like you guys would.
I would draw more probably. The
I would-
problem is like everything I want to do requires like me learning new stuff, and if I don't have access to learn it, then the fuck.
I can do Discord calls on my phone, as long as the phone service is
True.
there.
That is true.
I know it's old school, but kind of.
You could, but then that's just using your data, unless you have a good plan.
I have unlimited data.
Yeah, I don't, but I feel like in a pinch, I think it's fine.
Yeah. So then the other one I saw that, and this might come across as fucked up, but they're closing all the bars in Ireland until the 29th of March. And I was like, but the stereotype, how will they handle no alcohol?
I mean, I don't even know if that's a stereotype. I think they'll start getting into fights and fighting police. They
Man,
love
fuck
their
the
beer.
police.
They love their
Wait,
beer.
wait.
I mean,
that's-
I feel like it's Ireland. Those people got tons of alcohol at their house.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah.
It's like American
They're
toilet
probably
paper right now.
set. Yeah, they're probably set.
Probably doing okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was at the store the other day, and this lady was like, they were just packed, right? I was only there for a couple things, and they were just like, we're here just like because of just like everyone else waiting for the apocalypse, and I'm just like, all right, well, get out of my way. I just want hot sauce.
I'm literally here for some Cheetos.
Yeah, get out of my way. But the stores are just nuts, like everywhere.
Mhm.
And I don't get it.
The toilet
Like
paper.
I saw a picture of a lady with 10 gallons of milk. Like there's no way that you're going to drink that before it goes bad.
Yeah, she's not drinking 10 gallons of milk. That's literally stupid.
I just think
you can't even freeze it.
Once this starts to slow down, it's just like, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's gonna take you forever to eat all this food. I saw a lady with like 10 boxes of cereal in her damn cart.
I still don't understand why she didn't go with the giant bags of cereal. If you're gonna go bulk, might as well go inexpensive.
Yeah, I may post that picture on the finished podcast.
That'd be stellar.
Yeah, because I was like, what the heck? I'll put the picture in there now for Nickole to see. But it's coming. But
Is it all the same kind of cereal or is it different?
it's not even just cereal though. It's like
I'm gonna need to see
pizza.
this again.
It looks like
Okay, but listen,
It's bro. That's snack food.
Walmart when there aren't pandemics and people's carts look like that.
Yeah, they do that for everything. The issue is this lady was like, she was not done. Like, she was at the deli. My guess is she bought like 85 packs of ham or something.
I do like me some honey baked ham.
Me too. I mean, at least that stuff you
That
can
is-
freeze. But yeah.
I don't know. So
It
they,
still doesn't make sense though.
yeah, the whole like grabbing all the toilet paper was
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous. Do you know the United States makes the majority of toilet paper, and there's not really a system in place for it to surge like it did, because they're like, if we make too much, then what the fuck do we do?
Yeah. I thought it was
Because that's the
China.
downside.
I thought a lot
Nope.
of our paper goods came from China.
Not toilet paper. Toilet paper is America.
Are you sure?
Everything else is China.
I need details.
Paper towels, Kleenex, baby wipes.
Let's ask the internet.
Because I could have swore the China. That's a the China.
I mean,
that's a restaurant here.
that's what I heard is why most people were buying all the toilet papers because if trade with China shut down, we wouldn't be able to get any more.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, the U.S. produces the most of the paper in the United States.
I mean, honestly, it'd be kind of stupid if at this point in our country we can't make our own toilet paper. Like, we should be able to survive if trade and everything was shut down with everywhere else.
Yeah.
Without people bulk buying and freaking out.
People freak out easily. You know, I didn't
That's
expect
stupid.
I didn't expect the freak out to be everywhere. I expected it to be
Yeah,
like
I
certain
know.
areas.
Like, I went to the store and that bitch is empty.
Yeah.
It's literally, yeah, it hit here too. I went to dollar store to grab some toilet paper because I was like, well, I have some at home, but I want to be able to have more. So I went and there was like literally gone, and I was like, this is stupid. I was standing there looking at the shelves, and I was like, I feel so stupid right now.
Someone said that like Home Depot has that shit.
Yeah, Home Depot and
Lowe's and other hardware stores.
Can you still get it off of Amazon?
Like no, Amazon sold out.
They sold out.
They're out. Yeah, they out.
Yeah.
They're out until like end of March sometime.
People were buying that shit off of Amazon too.
Good thing video games aren't a necessity because you know those won't sell out.
Right.
Amazon doesn't even have Clorox wipes. They're sold out of those too.
Yeah,
and they still sell out of Perel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people buy hand sanitizer like it's a substitute for hand washing, and it's not.
And it fucking isn't. It's not even close.
Yeah.
The germs don't go anywhere.
Like, sure, like if you, I mean, you can put the sanitizer on, and it'll mask it for a while. Like if you're out doing stuff and that's all you got, but if that's all you're doing,
it's not gonna fix it. It's just trapping the germs. They're not going anywhere, and making you slightly flammable.
Well, fire kills germs, so
that's true.
and you forgot. Pretty much anything really. Fire is the ultimate cleanser.
Just shake someone's hand and just put on hand sanitizer and be like, burn it.
Shake their hand and then light them on fire.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
All right. So here's what I got. So major retailers say toilet paper hasn't been out of stock in stores for more than a day or two, or even a few hours. Manufacturers, the paper industry executives said, are raising production to meet demand, but there's only so much capacity they're willing to add. They want to satisfy panic buying without going overboard and creating a glut in the market that makes the already super cheap toilet paper even cheaper.
Makes sense.
Like the point where they're operating at a loss, and I just don't want that.
I mean, remember when compared to video games, like when anything Nintendo releases early and then they sell out in like 2 seconds?
They purposely make false demand.
Okay, but that would happen with any new console is what I'm saying.
No, for sure.
And this is kind of like that. The moment you put toilet paper out there, gone.
Well, and that's my favorite thing is the article basically goes into, yeah, all these fuckers are hoarding all this toilet paper, but there's no reason for us to make more because they ain't going to use it up anytime soon.
Well, no.
Like, if you bought 36,000 rolls of toilet paper, you're not going to need...
You're going to be set for life.
You're set for at least a year or 7.
There was a guy that bought like $10,000 worth of hand sanitizer that he was going to try to resell it, and then they told him he couldn't sell it for over market value, and now he's just stuck with $10,000 worth of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Because he went to a bunch of small towns and bought out their fucking supply of hand sanitizers. Like, I'm gonna post this on eBay and Amazon and make me a profit.
Nope.
Oh, nope. They said Amazon said, nah, you can go fuck yourself.
I guess he could try to sell it for market value and get his money back, but that's about as far as he's going.
No, because that's not what he wants. He wanted $74 of fucking Purell bottle.
It may not be what he wants, but he might as well get his money back.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Dumbass. People are stupid.
Well, and the thing is, people just... So, 4 years ago, it would have been 5 years ago now, there was a blizzard where I was in DC, and fucking I got snowed in for 2 weeks. But I always have 2 weeks worth of food in my cupboard of canned food, freezer food, stuff that you're like, oh, this is actually useful. You know, if we had an earthquake, I would still be prepared. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I don't understand is disaster preparedness. No one fucking teaches you that. Your parents should have, and they don't fucking know because their parents didn't teach them.
They used to teach that in schools back when the nuclear bomb was, right? The hiding under the desk thing.
And then those parents decided, nah, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
And didn't teach their kids shit, and they're like, why don't millennials know how to do any of these skills? Because you're a fucking terrible goddamn parents.
The nuclear blast thing was kind of ridiculous because you can hide under that desk. You're still leaving.
Look, bro.
You're just dying under a desk instead of over it, is all.
Look, man, that desk was going to light on fire and kill me.
It was just going to go around it like the dragon breathing fire in the Hobbit movie.
But of course. Don't get me started about all the molten gold.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure that would have worked out well.
I don't know why you guys are trying to ruin that movie. Just stop it.
The Hobbit?
I like that movie. I like it. No,
I will throw hands at both of you.
listen, no. I'm not trying to ruin the movie. That was just what popped into my head. I actually like I actually like the Hobbit movies. But when it comes to the dragon breathing fire at the pillar and it going around it, that was the only example I could think of off the top of my head.
Mhm.
Oh, boo-hoo. Anyway.
You're about to catch these hands. This is gonna happen.
Do it.
I like
do it.
I like the Hobbit
End
movie,
me.
so. No title.
Garbage.
Trust me. You know my opinion on Fast and the Furious. If I didn't like the Hobbit movies, I would just say it. I wouldn't spare your feelings. So yeah. Take that.
Listen, if you didn't not liking the Fast and Furious movies is whatever. But if you genuinely didn't like The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings,
which I do
your
like.
Your taste in movies would just be shit.
I do like them, so this whole kind of conversation where you're ranting at me is pointless.
I know.
I liked Lord of the Rings. I did not like the Hobbit movies.
But why?
The first Hobbit movie was better than the second one, but
the cartoon Hobbit one was the superior.
Oh my god, Gollum in the cartoon one was so fucking cute. Oh my god, this is literally the best.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, and it was more written because there was a bunch of. Oh, you want to hear the
You okay? You having a stroke?
Because I can't say the word.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Controversy.
Controversy?
Yeah, about the Hobbit, the actual movie or whatever, right? So fucking, a bunch of the movie makers in New Zealand started protesting, and their union started protesting. And the government literally passed a law so that they couldn't protest anymore, and they've been getting fucked ever since. Okay, that's goddamn adorable.
They couldn't protest the Hobbit.
They wanted fair pay rates, and the movie studio went, nah, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. It's my mood.
It's your mood. All right, we got off the beaten paths, which is what we do.
That was the goal, really.
That is what we do. That is why we're here.
So, damn. Yeah, so in South Korea had rolled out massive tests for the coronavirus. They said their first 30 cases or whatever, they were good. They all self-quarantined. But then the 31st sick person said, nah, fuck this system. I do what I want. And that individual is literally the plague carrier. Went to a church buffet where 1,000 people were there and infected a shit ton of people in Seoul.
That's the problem with people, is because you had that guy, I don't know wherever he was here, but he went to his kid's dance recital or whatever, and he had tested positive for it or something like that.
Yeah.
It's if you get told to fucking stay home and not go anywhere, just fucking stay home.
They can FaceTime that shit, bro.
The very least,
I don't have to be sick. If you want me to stay home, I'll fucking stay home. I don't.
I won't even think about it. Not twice. Not once.
Oh, you got something going on? Sorry, I gotta sit on my couch. I'd rather not go.
I don't even have to be that sick to not want to go anywhere.
No, agreed. But if I'm already sick, it's not gonna, motivate me less.
Especially I know a lot of people probably don't have symptoms; they're just carriers of it. But
if
you had the symptoms, I wouldn't be going places. If it's the flu, or similar to the flu, whatever, I'm fucking staying home. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, yeah. Well, so here's the thing, right? So because South Korea implemented all these tests, what they determined was people from 18 to 29, they would be super infectious and not be sick.
Mm-hmm. So me and Nickole are good. You're fucked.
I am goddamn dead. Well, and the worst part is stay home, self-quarantine and shit. Motherfucker, my job is a hands-on job. We literally produce things.
Well,
I literally can't stay home.
I mean, if they force it upon you, you have no choice.
No. If they tell me to stay home, I'm not going to cry about it. But they're not going to pay us if we're not working.
See, I feel like that's how it's going to be with me too. If they're like, you have to stay home, like we're not going to work, I'm not going to get paid.
Now, they are pushing for a law through Congress right now. Well, it's already passed Congress. Like, only like 20 people voted against it, and it should be in the Senate on Monday. Motherfuckers decided that fuck working the weekends. But don't worry, one of the people at the Capitol Hill has the disease, and at least 3 people that have come in contact with the president at his little grifter home is also sick. So it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure he's fine.
I just don't think in that instance it's right to be like, okay, well, you may not have corona, but we're going on a quarantine, so you must go home and stay there. We're not paying you. I'm like, well, I didn't do anything.
Right, and that's the thing is like, now, if it's like, hey, here's some sick leave, here's some time off or whatever, that'd be fine with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
Yeah, because like if they're like, okay, well, we're not working today, so just go home. And you're like, okay, but you're gonna pay me, right? Because I actually want to be here. I'm not sick. Like, I can't afford to just stay home for 2 weeks. Well, I'd be okay, but I wouldn't like it, you know?
Yeah, we would have.
I can afford it, but I'm going to have to spend like months paying down the additional unwanted debt.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I have 83 hours of sick time, but I don't want to use all that in one go.
I only have PTO that I could use, but I don't want to use it for
that. For something forced upon you.
I have like 60 hours of PTO, maybe.
I mean, you're being forced to use time off when you're perfectly healthy just because the government's telling you to stay home, which is fine if that's what they want, but I shouldn't be penalized for it. Not penalized.
See, and like, this is a really busy time for me at work because spring break and people are like, oh, it's spring break, we got to get our kids in. And the doctor before was like talking about working later hours or whatever. And I'm like, okay, number one, I don't want to work later hours. I already work past 5 anyways, and I was told before that I'm not allowed to get more than 40 hours a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because they can't afford to pay you overtime?
Yeah. So I'm like, if he wants us to work later, I'll do it, but I better be getting paid for it.
Agreed. I don't work for free.
My full pay. I don't want a half rate or whatever. I want my full pay over the extra hours because it's bullshit.
Spring break is more starting to turn into spring break, like spring vacation.
Yeah. One of the colleges over here is, well, all the colleges are like putting all their classes online, and spring break is an additional 1 to 2 weeks.
Nice.
I mean, the Ohio governor pretty much said that there's a chance that the schools won't even come back this year.
All right, you want something cool?
Hit me.
Remember that guy we were talking about with all the extra Purell?
Yes.
The Tennessee Attorney General has seized all his supplies.
They took it?
Yeah. Matt did not answer our call, so we went to his storage unit. The Attorney General's office was on the scene facilitating with the donations. Yeah.
They were just
donation.
They were just
no. They the Attorney General called it a donation and retrieved it from him. This is the third stop they've been on this morning gathering sanitizer.
Yeah, I mean that guy's a dick and he deserves it, but are they giving him money back or are they just taking it?
No.
I don't think he's getting anything out of it.
He's fucked.
Yeah, well, I mean, can't say he doesn't deserve it, but I would be a tiny bit perturbed that I didn't get anything back. Like, I would have just sold it at market, or I would have gave it back to the store or something.
Or you just be a normal human being and not fucking buy everybody out of it.
People like to make a quick way to make a big buck.
And then people were crying. People are crying about like that. It's illegal to seize his stuff, and then it turns out when you declare emergency, there's an automatic anti-price gouging law that goes into effect at the same time. So what he was doing was considered illegal, even though he couldn't sell it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because I mean I'm sure this isn't the first. I mean I know it's not the first time somebody's done something like this over something. I'm sure there was people like that during the whole Katrina thing. Even though I mean it's kind of tougher then because everything was underwater there. But
hey, man, boats are expensive.
It's true. Buy a boat and resell it.
I'm on the boat and
Maybe you can get away with it if you bought a boat, like one boat. This was like $10,000 worth of hand sanitizer.
yeah,
Or whatever it was. It was a little different.
17,770 bottles. Yeah.
So that's more than 10,000 thing, unless
Nobody
all of
can
them
go
cost.
through that in a lifetime or half a lifetime or anything.
Oh, he wasn't
You
planning.
wouldn't even make a dent in
He
it.
was better yet. I mean, would you even be able to sell all those before
They
No.
don't
everything
go
died
bad.
down? I know they don't go bad.
Oh no,
but
no, no! You wouldn't get it all sold by the time it died down. So
No, you'd still have so much.
you're still gonna lose out.
Yeah.
But that problem has apparently legally solved itself.
That's funny. I don't feel bad for him at all.
No,
No.
fuck that guy.
No.
You're just out the money, bud.
It's the same as war profiteering. It's not acceptable.
Yeah. Fucking moron.
I find it hilarious that just happened too.
Just happened. Breaking news.
Well, about 6 hours ago, I should say.
We have
But-
two things of breaking news: the Ohio thing and that guy.
And the Ireland thing.
Yeah. Was that today?
Yeah, the Ireland thing happened around the same time.
Oh, nice.
The other day, Kansas City mayor declared a state of emergency.
Ohio did that.
Yeah, so don't stop going out drinking, Nickole.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have went.
You
but
should not have not. And that
I
was
was
another.
home by 7.
That was one of the biggest issues with New York. Is motherfuckers are like, oh, we're tough. It's not a bad thing. Quarantines aren't terrorist attacks, dipshit.
See, but we hadn't, like, here where I am, we haven't had any, like, quarantine rules or anything, I don't think.
No, you don't. But did you see that
So-
picture I sent? Oh no, I didn't send it in here.
No.
There you go. That's how many cases currently.
Although I think, damn.
It's kind of
Yeah,
hard to
Kansas is
see, but yeah.
Yeah, the only one who hasn't reported anything is West Virginia because they haven't reported anything at all, period. They're just a giant void in the data.
See, I saw something about West Virginia already having it.
Oh, for sure. They have it, for
But-
sure.
That, like, they had gotten hit with it one of the first things.
Yeah, they were probably one of the first places. That's what I think the governor of the state was saying. He's like, nah, bro,
Yeah.
that map's a lie. We're fucked.
Well, not
Yeah,
just
'cause-
that. I mean, there's no way. I mean, look how
But, like,
many
they
are over in
didn't-
that area.
They didn't know what it was because, like, they, did all the flu testing and everything, and it was, like, coming back fucked or whatever. But, yeah, I saw something that they had it before.
Yeah, well, yeah, so the first set of tests were made by a company that the president has stock in, and it could not produce the same results as the WHO test, the World Health Organization's free test.
So, okay, because I haven't read a whole lot about this, but what is the process of getting tested to see if you have it? It's expensive, right?
It's like $3,000 if you're not insured. But it gets stupider
But does insurance
because
pay it?
yes, but then it's still $1,000. But ignoring that, right? The problem with the way the test procedures is it's super strict because they don't want the actual number to be out. Like if they did the same amount of testings like South Korea did, they're afraid that it'll hurt something because they don't actually have a plan on how to deal with it. So the problem is if you do actual testing, those numbers that I showed you aren't fucking accurate. It's probably worse. Like in Kirkland, they had this massive Kirkland, Washington. They had like 30 people in this one home get super duper COVID, get sick and like dying. Well, the government has refused to test the firefighters that went in to try and help them. Like, you know how firefighters and first aid people show up every time when you're
Mhm.
sick? They refuse to fucking test those firefighters to see if they're sick. These are fucking first responders, and they can't get a test? Unless you were, like, in a thing where everybody was declared sick. Like, there's 2 people where I live that tested positive because they went on a Nile River cruise, and 47 other passengers got sick, but it literally took them, like, weeks to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, you could end up on a respirator. There's probably a lot of people who have passed away from the disease that were just attributed to the flu.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have enough tests, like the actual tests, or enough facilities to test the tests. and we haven't mobilized like the military or National Guard to fix it.
Fun times.
But what can you do?
What can
Welcome
you do?
to the zombie apocalypse. Only it causes respiratory failure and toilet paper shortages.
Listen, if there
Which,
was a
that's
zombie
another thing I don't
apocalypse-
understand, is this is a goddamn, like a flu-like thing. Why would people need toilet paper?
Well, you need it regardless, but you don't need that
Because
much.
they thought that trade with China was going to shut down, and they didn't know how long this was going on.
That was the report. Now, if America does create the most toilet paper, then they're just stupid.
But if
Yes, that's exactly what's going on, yes.
but
Now,
that's,
they create, like, paper towels and, like, actual paper.
Okay.
see, and that's probably everybody else's thinking. It's like, well, they make our toilet paper too.
And I can
Right.
make do without paper towels, to be honest, if I need to.
Yeah,
It's called a towel.
Yeah, I have one of those. It's got ghosts on it. It says boo.
The Halloween towel.
Hell yeah, year round, bitches. It's always Christmas and Halloween in my house. I'm the nightmare before Christmas, and nightmares on regular days.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Sad
This whole
face.
thing is just crazy because, like, we don't actually know the real numbers. We don't actually know anything.
We don't know what we don't
Yeah.
know.
You know, it's funny because it's like, remember how that big thing, not even a few months ago, it was on Twitter, the hashtag was the cancel whatever people are mad at. Now it's like everything's actually getting canceled.
Yeah.
It's just like,
What?
all right. Like, I enjoy watching the NBA. Well, that's gone for a while. Because a guy on the
Fuck,
Jazz, this Rudy Gobert, decided to have coronavirus and then touch all the people's mics, and they had to like evacuate the building. Oh, people are weird.
Jesus.
Like he
Did
thought
he not know, or did he know?
he was sick, but he was like, oh, whatever, and then he like touched all the reporters' mics before he left.
Damn.
Jokingly, and guess what? Now who knows what the reporters are?
Yeah, and they're everywhere, so
Yeah.
that's just.
And I guess the last team they played was my team, the Raptors, and I guess all of them tested negative.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean they still have to be quarantined for 14
They've,
days or whatever, but yeah.
Canada has actually found the actual, like, I don't remember what it was actually called, but they actually found the actual disease itself.
They found
N-word.
they found corona.
Well, there's a word to it, and I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
They just kicked the door down, found you, bitch. They just,
Not quite.
that'd be awesome.
Isolated. They isolated it. Its genes or whatever.
How'd they do that?
One second.
Fly swatter.
Yes, definitely a fly swatter.
Knocked it out.
Are they
of here.
making a vaccine or anything?
That's the first step to making a vaccine.
Yeah, you gotta find it to cure it, right?
Yeah. All right, so a team of researchers from Sunnybrook McMaster's University and the University of Toronto have isolated severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2, the agent responsible for the ongoing outbreak of COVID-19. God, that's complicated. God damn it, science.
Words are hard.
Yeah. They have the 2 clinical specimens in a level 3 containment facility. Because that doesn't sound like a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, well, everything sounds like a zombie apocalypse if you read enough stuff.
Well, you know.
Listen, if a zombie apocalypse goes down, I feel like being in the Midwest is a good place to be.
Yeah.
You're not in a big city where there's a bunch of people. Well, I'm not. Plus, you could walk into one random house and probably find 10 guns and all the ammunition you need.
Maybe. I just want to play The Last of Us 2 first, so if the zombies can wait till June so I know how to handle it.
God damn it, Travis.
I gotta learn how to throw a tomahawk if she has one, I don't know.
Does she, though?
I don't know. Zombies. I hope they're the walking zombies, because if they're sprinting zombies, I'm fucked.
Like, I've only shot a gun a couple times, okay? But I feel like zombie apocalypse, you're not real worried about a lot. You just want to kill them. So
The trick is to shoot them in the leg so they can't keep chasing you.
you
A
hope.
crawling zombie is much less terrifying
That's creepy.
than a running zombie.
Oh man, I don't.
That was rule number one they taught us in case you ever have to deal with large hordes of human beings and shoot at the legs. You don't have to kill them. If they're all maimed, they can't attack you anymmer.
The sprinting
that's
zombies,
true.
the sprinting zombies from like Dawn of the Dead are terrifying.
Dude, fucking.
I don't expect World War Z. That's like not happening. But because I mean they're just like climbing on themselves over the wall. That'd be more terrifying. But yeah, zombies, they're coming. 2020.
That's where we're headed.
Maybe we'll have our first zombie president.
No. So the guys that isolated the gene have produced a virus-like particle, which is a good way to create a vaccine. So we'll see. We're still probably 8 weeks out.
Yay!
Which is not good.
I have an anti-vaxxer mom on my Facebook.
Notice they ain't talking a whole lot of shit right now.
Nope, they're really not. I saw something that was, once they get a vaccine, I don't want to see any anti-vaxxers wanting it. And she was like, "Don't worry, I'm not." I'm like, okay, well,
I
if
hope
your
you
child
suffocate in
gets
a pool of
sick,
your own lung water.
it's like if
Wait,
your
what?
child gets sick and the only thing to save it is a vaccine, you're telling me you're not gonna give your child the vaccine? That's stupid. That is the most stupid thing.
People are weird.
It's like, it just makes zero sense at all. I got vaccinated with every vaccine and I'm fine.
You shoot that shit into me right now!
You know how many shots the army gave me, man? I'm immune to anthrax and smallpox. They don't even make those.
I mean, you just gotta be prepared, you know?
Did you see Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson both tested positive for coronavirus?
Yes, I literally put that in this chat.
I'm sad. Hopefully he's fine.
They're doing fine. They're doing great.
They're doing just dandy.
He's Tom Hanks. He has already survived quarantine.
He's survived World War II. No,
and
actually, he died in that movie. Never mind. He died.
He didn't make. He did not make it.
He did not make it through Saving Private Ryan.
He worked really hard and died right at the end. But he did a good job.
In slow motion.
Wow, spoilers.
Have you seen?
Yes, spoilers to a movie that came out when when I first made my email account.
I thought it was like 95.
I watched it. It was the first time it was on TV.
Yeah.
Was in like 99 or something. Like my local TV channel had it, and they're like, "This will be gory and not good for some audiences."
98. Still old. Also has.
I am old.
Also has Matt Damon in it.
Yep. He is the titular character Ryan.
He is Private Ryan, yeah.
He indeed is actually Private Ryan, yes.
Yes, that's who they're saving.
Yes.
As the title is saying.
Well, they had to save that one city first.
Tom Hanks, man, you know who, like Liam Neeson would probably beat the shit out of Corona.
He survived freaking
Wolves.
The Apollo 13 mission.
And Wolves and Gray. Actually, there's no guarantee he survived that, but it was inclined that he beat their ass.
I believed in him. I like ambiguous endings, though, to movies, because it makes it more fun.
Gray was a great movie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the Liam Neeson, the Wolves one, yeah, it's really good.
Wasn't he like almost like a lone survivor on that one?
I can't remember exactly. He was one of the only survivors, if not the only one. But he's a BA, so.
Yeah, you know, can't kill him, so.
Yeah. But
his family keeps getting kidnapped, man. Yeah. They just keep taking him. I don't understand.
Well, and the third one is his ex-wife dies, so you don't have to worry about her getting taken.
Good fucking riddance. I mean, that's so sad.
They killed the Phoenix.
No!
Same actress. Anyway.
No!
The point is, people are nuts, and they get more nuts as time goes on.
You know, blind panics and such.
Panic is fun, right, Nickole?
No.
I love going.
Panic and fear.
I love going into a bread aisle and seeing no bread.
Dude, that's some bullshit. I'm still salty.
24-hour stores are closing at like 9 o'clock now, just so they can restock and get people away from them.
Right.
Because it's weird. Because do they start shutting down grocery stores? Because you're going to be around more people in a grocery store, depending the day, than you will be a restaurant, potentially. Unless it's like a really fancy restaurant that's always busy or something.
I think that's.
I feel like depending on the size of the grocery store, if it's a big one and people are all spread out, that's different than being packed into a crowded restaurant where you're literally chair to chair with other people.
I mean, you only have to come in contact with them once, though, at a grocery store.
No, you don't even have to come in contact. It's like a 6-foot radius.
It's a 6-foot radius, but that's what I mean. Like, you're going to be passing a lot of people in a grocery store, you know.
Yeah, but if you're in a restaurant,
that's the thing that boggles my mind.
You're sitting less than 6 feet away.
For sure, depending, yeah.
Like, part of the advice was socially isolate yourself and don't go out and do stuff. And then everyone's panic buying at the supermarket, and there's like 6 billion fucking people trying to shop at goddamn Costco's.
Mm-hmm.
People be nuts, yo.
I don't think you thought this through. But like I said, always have like 14 days worth of food in your house so that in case an emergency or you get snowed in or something.
I think I'd be good. I think I have 14 days worth of stuff in there.
So do I.
Now, I don't have 14 days of water right now because all the water's sold out. But guess what still works right now?
Don't you have city water?
Faucet?
I have a city water, which means I still have water.
Yeah.
Which is what I drink.
Bottled water is weird.
Yeah.
I understand for people that live out in the country and maybe their well water's nasty or something, but people who live in the city, like, what are you doing?
The people in Flint, Michigan disagree.
I have a purifier on my tap. Yeah, because the water here is actually gross.
Yeah.
My water is actually surprisingly good for being this close to the beach.
I was putting water in my humidifier and it was leaving like an orange film.
Yuck.
So, yeah, I got my purifier. I was like, I'm not drinking that.
But if it came down to it, you would drink it.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you. Too bad.
It might a little.
I mean, it's gross, but it's water's water.
Our well was on a place when I was growing up that was like, they literally called the place mineral. Because they dump so much, there's so much minerals like in the groundwater. I'm like, this shit isn't even drinkable. Why the fuck do you have a well? This isn't even drinkable water. Like, you got to put it through a beer filter and then put it in the fridge just to make it to stop smelling like sulfur.
Yeah,
you can boil.
Sulfur
I can
water is
boil the water.
You can. That's true.
My brother's house, he has city water, so we just get water from him if we needed to.
Right.
No big deal. Hopefully this all passes over in due time.
Hopefully. You see the plague of locusts in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that, Nickole?
Yeah. Well, I saw a picture somewhere of
That shit crazy.
I fucking hate locusts.
They're fucking gross.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Was it China? There's a yeah, I think it was China. They were ready for a plague of locusts. They had a bunch of ducks.
Oh,
ducks,
yeah, I saw that.
Ducks apparently are really efficient at killing.
They just eat them all.
They just eat locusts like crazy.
Maybe I should just have a pet duck.
Wait.
So 368 people died in one day in Italy.
Yeah, it's like they said the obituary went from being like 1 or 2 pages in this one town to being like 10 pages. Well, okay, so to tell you how like severe it is in Italy, they canceled Catholic Mass during Lent, one of like the more holier like weeks of the church. Like, that's how serious it is.
Catholics
motherfuckers ain't taking it serious.
Catholics don't stop church mass for anything.
Yeah, so like it's literally death out there. And the worst part is our stats right now as the United States is only 11 days behind Italy. And unlike Italy, we don't have like socialized medicine or system design for a huge influx of new patients because we optimized profit over like actual the public good. So what you're going to end up with is, yes, the survival rate in like a lot of places is like only like 3% people pass away. In Italy, it's closer to 5 because they don't have enough respirators anymore. They don't have enough hospital beds because everybody's sick.
Yeah. Crazy times.
There you go. Can't wait for Fallout 5 where you have to find hand sanitizer to decrease your corona level.
Mm-hmm.
But no NPCs though.
No NPCs though. No. Fallout 5, not 76.
No, Fallout stuff. They're gonna go back. They're gonna try one more time.
Oh, they're gonna try one more time.
Yeah.
I saw a picture and it was a Fallout guy, and it was when the currency changes from bottle caps to toilet paper, and I was like, yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
Puerto Rico has imposed a 9 p.m. overnight curfew until March 30th.
Yep. See, we don't have any curfews or anything yet.
Doesn't bother me. I have a self-imposed curfew of 6:30.
Yeah, me too. Anytime after like 6:30, I don't go out. Like I don't leave the house because I'm a homebody at that point.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
I'm in bed sleeping. No, that's not true.
That's
No.
me.
No, I'll tell you later.
Thanks. I appreciate keeping that off the cast.
It's not
I
worth
appreciate
saying.
that.
It's not worth saying.
Thanks.
I mean, I kind of want to know.
I'll tell
no,
you too.
no.
Oh, okay, just say it after we get done.
Yeah, exactly. No, no. Asshole.
All right.
I don't know what's going on, but fuck you, Travis.
I'm only half listening and piqued my interest.
Yeah. I have to remember what Flame said, but I know the word I thought he was gonna say, but I don't remember what he was saying.
Well, like all the schools around me are closed.
Everywhere.
Yeah, but the other problem is it like doesn't take, that kind of stuff doesn't take into account. Some of these kids' families are real poor, like they don't have lunch food, and since all these other fuck children bought out all the stores, they can't go grocery shopping.
Yep.
It's been a heavier podcast. I'm sorry.
Well, we've got all this shit going on in the world.
Made it easy. We have our topics today. One topic.
Okay.
And a talk about The Hobbit for like 5 minutes.
Hey man, that dwarf was hot.
We went that way, so it's fine.
What?
What?
Dwarf.
Dwarf.
I'm fucking with you. I don't know. I'm just.
And pictures of cats.
Whoa.
He's so cute.
All right. Florida man time.
If anybody's gonna survive this, it's gonna be them.
Yeah.
All right. Ready? So,
Yeah.
March 8th, Florida man. Florida man who grabbed a McDonald's worker by the collar because he couldn't find a straw was sentenced to 60 days in jail. Florida man who grabbed a McDonald's employee was sentenced to 60 days in jail. A Pinellas County judge also ordered 40-year-old Daniel Willis Taylor to stay away from the restaurant and the workers that attacked in an incident caught on video. Taylor was credited with the 58 in jail already served. So basically, by the time they got around to sentencing his dumbass, he's already been in jail for almost 60 days. He will also have to pay a $1,000 fine. Authorities say Taylor became irate when he couldn't find a straw on New Year's Eve. The video shows him standing at the counter screaming at 20-year-old Yasmin James before grabbing and holding onto her shirt collar. She responded by hitting him several times.
I mean,
Fuck, I would have punched him in his face.
And then he
Fuck
kicked
you,
another worker
crap.
while he was being escorted out the building.
if I know anything about females, it's that Nickole, you would have punched him somewhere else.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If he came at me and grabbed me by the shirt collar, I'd be like, motherfucker, what do you think you're doing right now?
You're going to the
And then
hospital.
I would have just fucking started wailing on him. Okay? He doesn't have my arms, he doesn't have my hands. I'm gonna fight him.
It's in
Like,
me
let's go.
time.
As a rule, if anyone ever grabs your collar, your first instinct should be to give them the swift headbutt.
Oof. I don't think
Because
I'd
if
win
you're
in
gonna
that.
exert dominance, the headbutt's the way to go.
I always implement the sweep the leg.
You can, but not if they got a hold of your collar.
If he's taller than me and he's got a hold of my collar, I'm probably
Dick kicks.
off the floor.
Dick kicks for days.
Yeah.
Rule number 1: there is no such thing as a fair fight in life and death. Go low or go
I
home.
mean, yeah.
It's dick punches and neck snaps.
As your life should be lived.
Go big or go home, bitches.
Instantly.
Motherfucker came at me, so I had to do something.
So I ended him.
Yep.
Motherfuckers.
They have rules about like what would be considered the reasonable amount of force. I assume I'm Thanks to anxiety, I always assume it's life or death. Thanks, brain.
Yeah.
All right. Florida woman reportedly stabs her Florida man for looking at a photo of another woman. A pregnant past. Go again.
That could be any woman. That doesn't necessarily have to be a Florida woman.
This one just so happens to be in Florida.
Okay.
A pregnant Pasco County woman was arrested for stabbing her boyfriend after he looked at another woman on his roommate's phone.
Yeah, see?
See, that seems reasonable, right? Reasonable response? According to an arrest reported, collected, and sensationalized by Fox 13, the roommate showed the boyfriend a picture of a woman he wanted to date. The girlfriend, 25-year-old, I can't pronounce her name, was in the room with them. That's Julizita Emilia Gonzalez. Was in the room with them, and an argument broke out between the couple. See, that's the part they skip in the headline, is that they started arguing. She didn't stab him because of the picture. She stabbed him because they got in an argument, and he needed some stabbing.
What was the picture? Sorry, I missed that.
I see your picture.
Yeah, I'll use that later. What was the picture that he stabbed her? That they're saying that stabby?
So they have a roommate. Homie's looking at a picture of the girl that the roommate wants to date, and shows this girl's boyfriend. This girl gets upset about it, and then they get an argument, and then she stabs him.
Yikes.
Deputies found a 5-inch steak knife with blood on it.
Well, sometimes you gotta be stabbed.
She told the cops he must have fallen on the blade. He fell down an elevator shaft.
Well, I mean,
onto some bullets.
It's 2020. You can say anything, and somebody will believe you.
Not the cops, apparently. They weren't buying it.
Well, I mean, that's all. No, it's not all that matters, but that's the beginning part, I guess.
That's the beginning of what
he
matters.
He must have fell on the knife repeatedly. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. Everything just went black.
Weird people. This is a weird week. Things getting canceled.
It's been a weird week.
Florida's the same, I guess.
Thank God.
The coronavirus is like not even top 10 weirdest things that's happened in Florida this week, I'm sure.
The thing I don't understand about the coronavirus is, like, if you're on your ass with the flu, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to be like, I have a fever, I'm staying home. Motherfuckers with coronavirus are like, I'm going to the Nile River to go check out some alligators.
Go check out some ass.
You flew 3,000 miles with a disease in an enclosed plane, got on a boat with a bunch of people, got them all sick, came back, and then got more people sick. What the fuck's wrong with you?
People be tripping, yo.
Yeah. Also, it can live on surfaces for up to 3 days.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
Coronavirus?
Yeah, they were saying, one of the studies was saying it could live on some surfaces for up to 3 days.
Well,
I heard that too.
3 to 6 hours is what I heard. And that's what I heard from an epidemiologist that works where I work. That he is in with all of the. I mean, obviously he has to bounce off his information off everyone.
Right.
So, I mean, that's what I heard. That was a week ago. Maybe it's changed. But I think that's going to do it on this heavy, sad podcast.
We're not sad. That would be the sad wheel.
We're not sad. We're hopeful.
Hopeful.
I am just fine, everyone. I don't know about Flame.
I'm the sad wheel.
I know Nicole's not fine. She was throwing up yesterday.
That was her own damn fault, and she knows.
Well, that was self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted. Yeah. No corona. Don't ask her if she's got it.
I don't have the corona. They had too many monster vodkas.
That you know of.
Monster vodkas? That sounds glorious and terrible.
It is. Yeah.
But anyway.
It was really good, though.
It was really good. That's going to do it for this podcast. Flame, take us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And you're new to the channel and you really enjoyed it, please subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Watch me